Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another week of the Wealth Cafe and happy Thanksgiving. I am sure you are sitting down with your friends, family, and loved ones today, and you are going to have an incredible meal, but also have some fun conversations about what you are thankful for. And we all have that moment on Thanksgiving where, as we are sitting with our friends and family, we go around and we talk about the things that we're thankful for. And if you're anything like my family, you probably mention your family, your health, but a lot of times we don't spend enough talking about ourselves and the things that we are grateful that we accomplished. So I want to spend a couple minutes today and provide the space for you to do that. We are coming up on year end, and I'm sure you have had an incredible year full of accomplishments, milestones between you, your loved ones, and your family. And so, as we are going through today, I want you to take a moment and think about all of the things that you have achieved. When I do financial planning with clients, we always start our year by looking at what do we want to achieve and accomplish. And sometimes, as we approach our year end reviews, we sit down in December and we say, okay, what did we do? How did things go this year? What goals have shifted and changed? Now, you can do the same activity and exercise. Grab a journal, grab a pen, paper, glass of wine or coffee is also perfectly acceptable here. And I want you to sit down and take a moment and pause and think about what things are you grateful that you have achieved and strive for. Like I said, we don't take enough time to do this for ourselves. And one of the things that we are thankful for here at both the Wealth Cafe and Tanis Financial Group is all of you. Our mission is to put more women in the driver's seat of their finances, to really create a space and a community where they can come and learn and listen and talk about everything from finances to money, 401ks, to even, hey, how are we providing the healthiest foods and dietitian lifestyle, balancing it all in order to create both the healthiest and wealthiest versions of ourselves? We are looking at women as an entire person rather than just a one-off. And we are so thankful for all of you that have joined us for this year. We have some amazing things to come next year, but we also wanted to pause and take a moment to allow you to take this moment of gratitude, but also explain our mission and share what we are doing here. As I mentioned, we are putting more women in the driver's seat of their finances, and this all stems from a story and an event that occurred back at the time when I was working for one of the largest broker-dealers in Manhattan. During my time there, we had a woman who came in, and she was the cutest old lady. She had to be in her early 80s when I first met her, and I can still remember the day she came in. She was buzzed up to the top of our skyscraper building. She came in holding a stack of papers in a manila envelope. And in this envelope, she had shoved everything in there she could find from her husband's desk. And unfortunately, her husband had passed away 2 years ago. And she came in holding this folder, and she looked so distraught. And when we asked her, who are you? Got more information, we found out that she was this client's husband, and she had no idea that her husband had ever had accounts here, what type of planning was done, and if she even had any money. The past 2 years, she had been spent trying to just put all the pieces together, find out where their money was, and understand how she was going to live in the future. She was under the expectation and understanding that there was no money. And when she found all these statements, she thought they couldn't be true. There was no way they actually had these funds available, and that he had done all of this planning for them throughout their lifetime. So she gathered up everything she found. She came into our office because that was what was listed on the statements. And when she came in, she was so nervous because she didn't know what questions to ask or if any of this was a scam. Thankfully, it was all very true, and her husband had done so much planning. But in that moment, I realized we can't have this happen. Especially as women, we tend to live longer than men. Sorry, it's just the statistics that we see. And we need to be in the driver's seat of this conversation. And because of this, we are spending so much time at the end of this year and going into next year and our mission moving forward to give women a seat at that table so they understand what it looks like going forward. I never want to see another woman walking in distraught with a file folder, not thinking they have enough money to live off of because they weren't a part of these conversations. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you sit down with your family and maybe you even start having these conversations with them of what you want the future to look like. It's a great time as we're gathering for the holidays of thinking, okay, what do we want the future to look like? We've had an amazing year. You may even want to share that gratitude list with them of everything that you've done, achieved, and accomplished. And you can go forward into 2026 with a clear vision and understanding. And I hope that you can appreciate our mission and will be joining us for the rest of this year. Happy Thanksgiving.